that own this sub there, I think that's where they mix things up. Yeah, they don't have self-control. Can we rightly say that?
Of course, we can rightly say that.
Because it takes babies, an immature guy, to see a girl, and then first thing on your mind, you're already thinking about.
Don't go to his house now.
Okay, we are. Since we've settled this matter,
I think we should have. Don't go.
Don't go.
If you are not prepared,
Yes,
face
don't
the
go.
consequences.
There is not a prior talk about it. Like you guys, there is no chemistry to sort. Don't go.
But then, please, it's not in all cases. Let's not be stereotypical. No,
let's not take chances.
there are regular visitations.
Okay. Well, you guys still trust. They say it has a mind of its own.
Let us not take chances.
Let's not take chances.
No, seriously, there are regular visitations.
Okay, to charge phone.
No, not to charge phones. I mean, it depends on how you guys relate.
If it's a regular visitation.
Yeah, it could be.
Go with company. You guys might just want a threesome. You don't know with these guys.
So you just start wanting You just start wanting.
I can't put anything past.
I don't know. This thing is like this thing is a really tricky thing.
It's dicey, yeah.
It's really tricky. Because one minute you be like, it's not going to happen. You're kissing somebody,
and they tell you, they say a lot of things when they're trying to do this thing. If I wanted to have it, I would have just gone outside. I have several people and all of that. But why are you still insisting? Why?
Who is insisting?
Guys,
ladies insist too. Did you just invite me to your house to just come and watch you?
Okay, so
I've not really heard.
That's you. I've heard. Really?
Yeah, girls do invite guys over, and they would still respect that it's your house. So they will not. They still.
Maybe because most of my friends do.
They will. They've not slipped you inside before.
I don't know. I cannot.
Okay. Alright. So at the end of the day, I'd like to say that it takes honest conversations. Yes, we have to be clear about our intentions from the onset. I think that's what this generation lacks, and it's living around very dysfunctional and broken people. Because at the end of the day, we'll come and be hearing stories that touch. So it's something that can be avoided, right?
Sure.
Ladies, protect yourselves out there. We're going to read.
Guys, protect yourselves out there too.
Once himself.
Every man for himself. Know thyself. So we're just going to read few comments from our social media pages and just have a discussion. So Olakunle Allison says, since we are talking about two adults and not some naive people, I think she implies some degree of consent. When a young woman agrees to visit a man in his private abode, she must have considered a few possible outcomes, one of which is coitus.
I said it.
She wouldn't be an adult if she didn't think of such a possibility. Typically, women who don't want to give any false green light would not agree to meet in his private crib.
That's it.
A restaurant, coffee shop, or a date outside of his house would be her option. Yeah. If she decides, it's all dark inside there. If she decides to shelve all of that and take the bait, some tacit consent may be implied. In summary, girls don't visit guys at home unless they are ready for action. If she's lucky, the guy may be a gentleman and behave himself. So stress is on if she's lucky. Yeah. It's a two-way thing. Yeah? Okay.
I don't understand.
50-50.
It's 50.
He could be a gentleman.
He can also not be. Yeah, he can also not be a gentleman. So what I'm saying that
exactly.
If you're not feeling, my sis, if you're not feeling it, don't go.
Don't go.
Don't go.
And guy, if you're not feeling it, don't push it.
Don't push it.
Don't allow your mind to be.
If everywhere you're doing is roadblock, diversion,
don't allow that thing to read. Yeah, no,
but you see,
mind of it.
You see, ladies, you guys can only tell yourselves the truth. Okay?
Yeah.
You will say, okay, I'm going to this guy's house, nothing will really happen. But deep inside, you know you're not saying the truth. On getting there, like I said, you've seen the place is chilly and everything. You want to jump on the bed and want to like, hey, what did you cook today? You want to get comfy and all of that.
But why will you do? Why will you do that if if you're not ready, if you're not sure of what?
Yeah.
Don't be judgmental.
Like why would you?
You've never been there before. Say the truth and die.
No, nobody's dying. Okay, please. Read this comment.
Okay, this is from Lawson Johnson. This is majorly because of the way and manner this generation and the generation of those who will look up to see women as a play object, who at best can serve the purpose of a good wife and mother to her kids. Sad as it is, but it's a reality. It is so bad that no matter how pure the intentions be sitting out in the friendship between the two genders, somewhere along the line, metamorphosis moves its direction that sticks intimate engagements. As a matter of fact, many set out a new friendship with the intention of getting laid and all the vibes accumulating to the point where the lady accepts the request or sends a request to see her male friends ooze of sexual intent. I think what would be is the way, the manner of friendship, because certain things are very obvious even though not spoken.
Exactly. Body language.
There is a friendship the gender keeps and both knows what the end result is in their mind. However, if one of the gender does not feel the same way, proper and effective communication must be put forward to correct the impression the other gender is
communication.
If the other gender knows that going to visit a guy could accumulate the intimacy and she's not up for it, she must naturally decline the request firmly. You cannot see obvious signs and ignore because he does not make his intention lucid.
That's right.
Again, the lady must know herself. Is she easily aroused when in close space and in private with the opposite gender? Is it something she's comfortable with, something she has come to terms with, or something she is still battling with? Bodily instincts are powerful to neglect or underestimate. The summary is the general assumption by most guys that a lady accepting to come over to their house automatically implies sexual consent is very valid, and it is a reality of the present day happening which we can't ignore. Putting two fully grown adults of the opposite gender who has attained full puberty together is like setting them up nicely. This guy putting them up nicely for something they both can happen. Even kids these days staying together in close space cannot be left unsupervised because the world has gone really crazy.
I swear down.
However, how do you deal with it is where the wisdom lies. First thing for me is to accept the current reality and the truth of the question you've asked. Second step is knowing yourself and what to avoid and regret and blame.
That's right.
This is the Lord. I think he has captured everything. I
think he has taken time to dissect it
very
well. Just like I said, you just don't go to a guy's house like that. Okay, without having anything in your mind. Okay, I'll read someone's comment. Someone said, my thoughts. I think it's an undertone from unclarified or undefined conversations with the guy in question. Your values amplified in the male mind when on first contact and conversations you speak of purpose, ambitions, productive engagements you are actively involved in. A casual, undirected convo is oftentimes interpreted by a guy's mind to mean that there is nothing the lady is really offering. And that sits over willpower to the guy to assume and lead the lady in the direction he thinks she will be of relevance, hence assuming that her unavailability to other things of intense purpose means she's available for sex.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, please.
I went for a job. I went for a writing gig. Come on.
Okay, you went for a writing gig, but that guy's corrupt mind. That guy has something else in his mind.
Wow.
Okay, he has something else in his mind. So he probably felt, I don't know what signals you've been sending to him. Okay, maybe you've been sending signals. Alright, so I think you just have to watch yourself and the kind of signals to send. You don't call everybody dear and darling.
Okay.
We guys, we are moved by the things the ladies say to us.
Okay.
So if you call me dear, I'll ask you why you're calling me dear.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, last comment. It is an archaic. This is from A182. It is an archaic and grave misconception. Guys have to be very careful not to become a victim of this kind of mindset. Yes, the body language of some ladies might suggest or imply consent, but it is always better to be on the safe side to be sure that you are both on the same page. She might just want your company, not your sex organ. Have an open mind when faced with a situation like this. Be wise. Okay, so thank you so much. It's been a really interesting one. I feel very sad. I don't want to go with her. I think we will just have to make this a series and leave it like to be continued. So thank you so much, my amazing listeners, for tuning in. Thank you, my guests, Oekom and Memphel. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you for accepting to sit with me on the Hummingbird podcast. Okay, so I'm going to reiterate this once again. Ladies,
don't go.
If you know you are not prepared to have sex with a guy, as in that's the last thing on your mind, please insist on meeting him outside. Go to Annie's garden, go to Inels, go and watch a movie. Is there any other place? Go to Brook Street. Go and sit at the park. Outdoor meetings. Yes. To be on the safe side. Don't give wrong signals. Meet outside. Okay? So thank you so much. The Hummingbird podcast is available on Spreaker, is available on Spotify, Podchaser, and iHeartRadio. I'd like you to subscribe, follow up. You can leave your comments about this topic on our site. Thank you so much once again. Please, until next week, we'll come by your way again. It's the Hummingbird podcast. Own your story. Thank you. It's a wrap, guys. All right.